folks, on this video we're going to focus on the settings tab. Now, for a lot of you guys, this is basic information that some of you should probably not need to worry about watching this video, but for the new people and the people who have zero experience marketing on the internet, you may find this video helpful. Okay, so you have four primary sections back here, five actually. You have the edit profile, the change password, the activate your primary business, and your payment settings. Okay, and then you also have your autoresponder. Okay, where do I start? Let's just start from the top. So, edit profile. If you ever want to change your name, this is where you would edit your profile. If you want to change your phone number, this is where you would edit your profile. Your email address that you used when you registered for Easy Cash Code cannot be changed, so you can bypass that section altogether. The change password section. If you ever decide you want to change your password, you take your old password and enter it here. You take your new password, enter it once, enter it twice, and click save. Now you have a new password. Excuse me. For those of you who are intermediate to advanced level and you do already have a primary business, you're going to click this box so that the check mark is there, and you will be able to see the menu on what you can add to your primary business. So for example, you have the video text, the custom link, and the description. The video should be for a sales page or an explanation from you about your primary business. The custom video text is going to be the headline for the page that they'll see while they're going through the setup process of Easy Cash Code. When I say they, I mean your new members. Okay? Then you have the custom link. The custom link should go to the join page if you did a good job of explaining your program. If you don't think that you have a good video that explains your program well enough, you might want to just send them to the sales video with this link. If your video has already explained the program efficiently, then you should go ahead and send them to your join page link. Okay? Now, the custom description goes at the bottom. That's just a brief description of your program there. Okay? Now, when they are going through the setup process, this is what they're going to see. Anyone who is signed up with me in Easy Cash Code, while they're going through the setup process, this is what they're going to see on that page. This is my headline, this is my video, this is my description that we just discussed, and this is my get started button. Okay, now at this time I have my get started button going to a capture page. Reason being is because the philosophy that I use when I set this up is that if they're interested in my primary business and they enter in their contact information, that way they will at least receive follow-up emails about my primary business. Now, when a new person joins you in Easy Cash Code, if they're on your contact list, if you have an autoresponder, you should probably go ahead and remove them from your Easy Cash Code list, because there's no reason for them to continuously receive sales emails when they're already on your team. So create a new list for your buyers or a team list and add all of the people who've joined you onto a new list. That way they're not getting a bunch of email from you that's not pertinent. Okay? Now, for those of you who are serious, first and foremost, I need to clarify that this is a business, and there are going to be some expenses for you to operate any business. Okay? This is a very minuscule cost that you're paying for an autoresponder, but you must have an autoresponder, because the reason you want to have an autoresponder is simple. When a new person looks at your opportunity, they're not going to join the very first time they see it. At least 90% of the time they won't. So that means that only one out of every 10 people who looks at your program is going to join right away. So what about the other 9 people? Well, the other 9 people you want to have on your autoresponder so that you can follow up with them and keep yourself in front of them so that at some point they're either going to make the decision to join, or they're just going to simply unsubscribe from your email list. But when you look at it when you put it in perspective, if you did not have the autoresponder, they would have never joined you after that first time seeing it, unless they joined you, if that makes sense. Okay, so this is an example of my capture page, one of my capture pages. And the click here, and I'm not asking for a bunch of information. All I want to know is your first name so I can address you in the emails and your email address. When they click this, it'll take them to the Easy Cash Code sales page. Okay, then every person who's done that is on my contact list. Okay, so that's why you want to have an autoresponder, because I see in the Facebook group a bunch of people joining, and they're complaining because they have to have an autoresponder. The thing is, you don't have to have an autoresponder, but if you want to make money, you'll get your autoresponder, because if not, what's going to happen is the people who looked at it and didn't join you, they're going to go find somebody else and get on their autoresponder, and their follow-up messages are going to be going to their inbox over and over again, and they're going to join somebody else. So if you refuse to spend $10-$20 a month on an autoresponder, just quit. That's how I look at it. Just quit. Okay? Now that we've got that out the way, if you want to set up the autoresponder, all you have to do is click on autoresponder integration, click the add button. There's only three services available to you. I use GetResponse. But you have the option of using Aweber and TrafficWave as well. Now, TrafficWave has an affiliate program that pays more money than GetResponse and Aweber combined. So if you're a new person that does not currently have a list, I recommend that you go with TrafficWave. That way you're building your list cheaper. TrafficWave is cheaper than GetResponse and Aweber, but also they pay more. Okay, so it only makes good business sense for those of you who don't have an autoresponder to just start off with TrafficWave. Okay, now if you are, I will go ahead and say this: if you are tech challenged, you probably want to go with GetResponse. Reason being is GetResponse has 24/7 customer support. Okay, so that's how that works. But if you use GetResponse, you're going to have to log into your back office and get your API key so you can link it to the Easy Cash Code capture pages. Okay? If you use Aweber, they have a connect feature where all you have to do is be logged in to your account and click connect, and they will simultaneously link together, and this will automatically work. With TrafficWave, you're going to have to use your login username for TrafficWave and whatever your campaign name is for Easy Cash Code. Okay, so that's how simple that is. Now, if you anybody needs help with that, just contact me and I'll do a little more thorough explanation on how that works. Now, the most important part is for you to have your payment settings set up properly. Okay, now for those of you who are brand new, the best one for you to use is PayPal. It's the simplest one for you to use, because all you have to do is click the button and enter your email address that is uh, tied to your PayPal account, and you're done. And then you just scroll down and click save. Now, the con to that, because there are pros and cons with everything, is PayPal is not always BizOp friendly. Now, I haven't heard about anybody having any problems with PayPal with Easy Cash Code, but it's always safer to use a different payment processor than PayPal. Now, the credit card section here, when I click on it here, it will open up, and you have several options with the credit card section. You have Stripe, you have Authorize.net, which is a merchant account that does cost, and you have PayEasy, and PayEasy is also a form of merchant account. Now, PayEasy is what I use, and it's pretty basic to set up. It's supposed to be $24.95 a month. There are some things that you need to know prior to using it, and I'm sure that 99% of the people out there who sign you up aren't going to take the time to explain this to you. So if you want to get a merchant account and use PayEasy like me, just make sure that we talk first so that I can tell you what you need to do. Otherwise, there's a secondary charge that they will charge you until you set your account up properly. And your account will go from costing $24 a month to like 40 something. Okay, so you want to know that in advance, okay? And that's what a good sponsor does. They tell you all of the important things that you need to know in advance. Okay, now you can also use authorize.net. Now, if I'm not mistaken, um, Reginald has something in the file section of the Facebook group where you can get set up with authorize.net. And you can also use Stripe, but Stripe has been a little funny here lately. And if you don't already have a pre-existing Stripe account, I would not use Stripe because Stripe is just not cooperating, and they've been shutting people's accounts down, and then you're gonna have to go through a bunch of hoops to get set back up, and it's just not worth the drama. Okay, now I definitely don't recommend Bitcoin. If you're a Bitcoin fanatic and you know what you're doing, then go ahead. But I will never recommend it to anybody. Pesa, I don't necessarily recommend, excuse me, unless you live outside of the United States. If you live outside of the United States and you don't have a PayPal account, really your only options are Pesa and Solid Trust Pay. Okay, so that is pretty much the entire settings tab there. I went a little bit longer than I wanted to, but hopefully what I've shared with you in this video was informative so that you don't make any mistakes when you're going through your setup process. So on the next video, I will see you there. I'm not sure what we're going to talk about on that one yet, so I'll just see you there. If you're watching this video for the first time and you're not a member of Easy Cash Code and you're considering getting started, all you need to do is go underneath this video and find the link in the description. If you're on YouTube, click that link and you can get started today. All right, see you guys on the next video.